Every man craves love, but let me tell you the brutal truth. Without respect, love means nothing. A woman can say she loves you, but if she doesn't respect you, your relationship is already dead. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal will completely change the way you see love, women, and yourself. First is, most men grow up believing that love is the ultimate prize. Movies, songs, and culture repeat this idea. Love is everything. But Stoicism teaches us to look deeper. Love is an emotion. It rises and falls like the tide. Respect, however, is rooted in character, in how you carry yourself, and in the boundaries you set. Ask yourself this: what happens when she loves you but doesn't respect you? She may stay, but she won't admire you. She may say she cares, but behind closed doors, she treats you like you're less than her equal. And over time, that slowly kills a man's spirit. The Stoics remind us, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. If you chase love without demanding respect, you teach her that your value can be ignored. You become dependent on her affection, and dependency always erodes respect. The brutal truth: many men cling to love while ignoring the silent erosion of respect, and by the time they notice, it's already too late. So if respect is more important than love, the next question is, how exactly do women lose respect for men? Let's dig deeper. Second is, respect is not lost in a single moment. It fades slowly, almost invisibly. It starts with little things. You stop standing firm on your values. You tolerate disrespect. You say yes when you should say no. And each time you do, a piece of respect dies. Women test boundaries constantly, often unconsciously. They want to know, can this man lead? Can he stand firm when life pushes against him? When you fail these tests, when you back down too easily, when you beg for love, when you let her control every decision, she starts to see you as weak. And here's the harsh reality: a woman can still love you while no longer respecting you. She might feel affection, even attachment, but without respect, attraction withers. What follows is coldness, withdrawal, and eventually betrayal. The Stoic truth is this: you cannot control whether someone loves you, but you can absolutely control whether you live in a way that earns respect. Respect is a reflection of your strength. Love is a reflection of her feelings. One is permanent, the other fleeting. But if respect matters more than love, how do we actually build it and keep it alive? The Stoics left us clear answers. Third is, respect is not demanded, it's earned. And Stoicism gives us the tools to earn it. First, through discipline. A man who cannot govern himself cannot lead others. Second, through virtue. A man who compromises his principles for temporary pleasure loses credibility. Third, through indifference to external validation. The Stoic man doesn't beg for approval. He stands firm in who he is. Think of Marcus Aurelius. He was the most powerful man on earth, yet he wrote to himself daily, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Respect is built when your actions consistently reflect your values." To a woman, this kind of strength is magnetic. She respects the man who is calm under pressure, who doesn't crumble when criticized, who doesn't sell his soul just to keep her happy. She may not always agree with you, but she will always admire your strength. But even when you earn respect, there are traps that can quickly destroy it. Let's talk about the mistakes men must avoid. Fourth is, men lose respect when they overgive, over-apologize, or overpromise. When you place her above yourself, you signal that your value is lower. When you beg for forgiveness too quickly, you show that you fear losing her more than you respect yourself. Another fatal mistake: emotional volatility. If every argument turns into rage, if every disagreement turns into sulking, you show weakness, not strength. Stoicism teaches, control yourself before you attempt to control others. Finally, inconsistency. A man who says one thing but does another erases trust. And once trust erodes, respect dies with it. So how do we protect respect once we've earned it? The answer lies in setting boundaries. Fifth is, Boundaries, the shield of respect. Respect cannot exist without boundaries. A Stoic man knows his lines and never compromises them. You must decide. What behavior will you not tolerate? How should you be spoken to? How should you be treated? Women subconsciously test these boundaries. If you allow constant disrespect, you teach her that you don't respect yourself. But when you calmly enforce your standards, not with anger, but with certainty, you project strength. Remember, boundaries are not walls, they are shields. They don't block connection, they protect it. When you uphold them, she sees that you value yourself, and in turn, she values you. And once boundaries are set, the next step is to embody leadership because nothing earns respect faster. Friday is Leadership and Masculine Strength. Leadership doesn't mean controlling everything. It means guiding with confidence. A Stoic man doesn't shout, he doesn't demand, he doesn't dominate. Instead, he sets the tone with calm, decisive action. Whether it's planning a date, making a tough decision, or facing adversity, leadership is about direction. A man who hesitates too much loses respect. A man who moves forward with clarity earns it. Masculine strength is not about muscles. It's about resilience. Can you carry the weight of responsibility? Can you remain centered when chaos strikes? If yes, respect follows. But perhaps the hardest lesson of all is this: sometimes the greatest way to keep respect is to walk away. 7. Why walking away creates ultimate respect. Nothing communicates strength more than the ability to walk away. When you stay in a relationship that lacks respect, you destroy yourself. But when you have the courage to leave, you prove that your self-worth is non-negotiable. Walking away is not about ego, it's about dignity. It shows that you would rather be alone than dishonored. And ironically, this very act often reignites respect because it shows independence, power, and self-respect. The Stoic Truth: a man who fears losing love will always lose respect, but a man who values respect above all will never truly lose himself. So here's the brutal Stoic truth: love without respect is empty. Respect without love can still endure. But when you live with integrity, strength, and unshakable self-respect, you attract both. Be the man who values respect above all, and love will follow.